What's going on, guys? We are at it again. This is Chief Handler's astrology chart. Take two. There's a couple things that I missed, and honestly, this is why I like preparing these things, at least in professional format, by writing them and typing them first. But in any case, there's a couple things I'd like to touch basis on as far as some things that we missed before. Chief Handler. And I just wanted to say some positive things, first about him here. Is that Chief Handler is the GOAT, man. I mean, this guy, that fucking guy, man, he will work his ass off nonstop. Like he will just his whole life he'll just chase dollar bills like endlessly. The guy's a workaholic. Like he will show up to work on Christmas and then find out he has to do a double and be like, okay, and do it. He's that guy, man. Like he's the GOAT, bro. Like he'll work his ass off, bro. With the Mars and Capricorn and the Sun and Capricorn conjunct each other, the guy can't get enough money. I mean, he's addicted. Chief Handler is addicted to making money. What else can I say about him? That's who he is. He's a Capricorn. That's the type of endeavors that he gauges in. But he's a fucked up guy, man. He definitely is. With this Mars square Pluto, if Mars wasn't involved, then he'd still be a fucked up guy. But Mars is involved now, making the situation even worse. Meaning, this guy's violent. When he says, "I've killed better people than you," it could be true that he means that. Although what he believes to be better. But from what I'm seeing here is Chief Handler is a very formidable opponent. The very least I could say is this guy's a real piece of work. This guy's a piece of work, man. I mean, I've dealt with all kinds of different people, and that's a piece of work right there. Definitely a nasty individual. Are our lives in danger messing around with Chief Handler? I'd say so. Do I think that that Chief Handler could kill me? I mean, I definitely would not want to deal with this guy on a daily basis, like in person or anything. But if this guy, I definitely think that I'm more of a skilled warrior than Chief Handler is. And the staying power with me is definitely on point. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, so it's actually by itself without being supported by the Sun and squaring Mars. Very strong there. Also, I was able to find another person that this is actually one of the worst human beings on Earth. I'd say is similar to Chief Handler. Here we go again with Mars opposing Pluto. Once again, forming a very negative aspect. This guy was very violent and just a very nasty person overall. And we don't even have rulership. I mean, the same supportiveness with the Sun and Mars like we did with Chief Handler. Though Mars is in dignity here in Scorpio. With Chief Handler, it's an exaltation. So overall, Chief Handler could be even worse than Joseph Stalin, if you ask me. But Capricorn being ruled by Saturn somehow, allowed this guy to exercise these evil tendencies that he has in Iraq. Meaning Saturn's like, you can't kill people over here. This society will throw you in jail for that. And Saturn, Capricorn, really likes to follow the rules. So, but you can kill people over here. This is a kill zone. This is where everybody comes and does that. So, and apparently he did. I believe based off of what I'm seeing here, I believe that he did. I believe he was really good at it too. Like probably one of the best guys on his team. With this placement, could be involved in special forces if he wanted to. I mean, Mars and the Sun conjunct, it's a really strong placement. And then Mars square Pluto is also a really strong, nasty placement, which is seen in great warriors such as Alexander the Great, Bruce Lee. So, I don't doubt these things one bit. I don't, and the fact that this guy is doing this in the name of evil is very disturbing. You'd think that people that have power like that would exercise it more wisely, and he does exercise his evil very wisely. And is very good at concealing himself. He makes almost a perfect legendary troll. It's been 8-9 years of cyber stalking now, and we still do not know who Chief Handler really is. Like I said, this guy, I can't tell Chief Handler how to deal with this energy. I've never dealt with this energy myself. I have by transit, meaning that what Chief Handler was born with happened to me by transit when all the gang stalking started in my life, when I descended into the depths of hell, when it first came to full fruition. Pluto was in Capricorn. My sun is in Aries at 20 degrees, April 9th. Pluto was in Capricorn at 20 degrees in 2018, 2019, 2020 era. Pluto being a really slow moving planet can take a full year to move a degree through a sign. It can take between 20 to 30 years to move through a sign. The moon being the fastest, Pluto being the slowest. Having an eccentric orbit. So by transit, this was one of the darkest times of my life. Remember the vision that I posted of me on 7 grams of shrooms and the snakes, and seeing these very dark and these profound visions, and experiencing being exposed to evil, gang stalking, corruption, other evil too that was unofficial, that was just people that I would run into that were just really bad people. Like I'd come over to buy weed from some guy, and he starts beating the shit out of his dog right in front of me. I'm like, whoa, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, yo, you can't do that. You're not gonna beat your dog when you're not gonna punch your dog in the face when I'm like right here, bro. I just think, like, I felt like I was like, sometimes I felt like I was a dad that just walked in on his kids that have like pounds of drugs and machine guns and shit all over the place. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck you guys doing, bro? What the fuck is this? That was just an experience that I went through, and in the beginning it was very dark. It was like I couldn't believe that this is happening. Like, this is really happening, and it was really the targeting was really strong at first. Like Rick said in the beginning, it was 100 times. And Rick, being a Capricorn, Pluto, he was the beginning of Capricorn. And this all happened when Pluto crossed his sun in Capricorn. This experience of being harassed in such a way and terrorized, being gang stalked, is a Pluto experience. Um, this is Chief Handler's life. This has been Chief Handler's life. So, and violence being involved as well too. Him being the perpetrator. The violence isn't really here with the Pluto. It's here with, personally, with himself, with the sun. Expressing himself with violence and expressions of violence. Overall, a violent, a quarrelsome, courageous, a strong personality. Think like, here's another person that has Mars conjunct the sun, Steve Wilkos. My wife, Kathy, has Mars conjunct her sun. She can be quite a piece of work. She has yelled and screamed at me for hours. Like hours. She's put me through hell in the past, but you know, she could be like that sometimes. But in any case, she could be a piece of work. She's not afraid of anything. We experienced a home invasion, and they did a mock execution, and I felt myself being thrown aside, and Kathy's walking into the gun. These people are just doing a home invasion, and it just broke my nose, and blood's everywhere, and put a loaded gun to our head and shit, and threatened us and whatever. You know, came up on us in the middle of the night, tried to kick our door in. There's a story on that too, but walked right into a loaded gun and said, "Come on, shoot me then. Shoot me." Kept with each step he's taking forward, "Shoot me, motherfucker." Then backing up. I mean, acts of courage. Mars and the sun. Yeah. But in any case, that's your chief handler there. Don't let this guy fool you. He'll work his ass off. He'll endlessly pursue money. He's addicted to making money. He can't. It doesn't stop with Chief Handler. From the moment he wakes up till, it's all about money with Chief. It's all about money. Everything. I mean, this guy will work. This guy will be like on oxygen in his 70s, like still working. Well, you could get retired. Like, no, I can get more money. Like, that's Chief for you. Hopefully he learns from his experiences. Karma does apply to everybody, including you, Chief. With this is a lifetime of intense karma formation and experience, and when it hits you, it's gonna be it's gonna hit you very hard. Hopefully you learn from it and change. Continue to persevere in your positive qualities and not your negative ones. Anyways, with that being said, I'm out.